Yeah, we've got a rescue operation currently underway here in Kyiv. It's just fucking stand. Sorry, hold on. Currently, rescue operation behind me here with I don't know the casualty numbers yet. Wait for that to settle in. We have I know that there was reported of many victims under the rubble, and already throughout the morning they have been extracting people. Like I said to you last night, were basically just sleeping in their house when a nearly record number of missiles and drones were launched at us to kill Ukrainians again. Um, you know it's a murder operation. The way you know it's a murder operation is that Russians know at least enough where strategic items would be to hit those. They don't. They launch them straight at the cities. And when people wonder if they're trying to do an attack on, uh, leadership, if you come here to Kiev ever, ask me to take you around a little bit, and you'll see that the important officials in Ukraine are um, in a part of town that's extremely elevated. It's basically you'll find when I walk you up there that you're going to run out of breath just going up the hills to get to the areas where all the official offices are, and the people are. 1 second. Okay, the people are the leadership are so subterranean at that point. There's no missile that's going to hit them. So this is raw terrorism at this point, whenever this happens, because the Russians are trying to punish Ukrainians for not submitting to colonial tyranny. So currently there are rescue operations here, and I'm going to just let the numbers settle. I told you before, sometimes you want to wait and let the data settle in and make sure everyone's okay the best you can. I'm here essentially not far from my house. It's at the very next metro stop, and the I could see the smoke this morning when I finished broadcasting to you guys during the attack. I chose to charge up the batteries, including my own, and then come over here. But I knew that the operation would probably be going for a while. It's 11:41 in the morning. You can see that currently the rescue teams are working very hard to meticulously pick apart, and I've seen them do this so many times. I almost have it down to a science too of what they're doing, trying to make sure further heavy debris does not come down and create more of a casualty risk, and the um, the patience it takes for them to do this job. Not only as just workers, but also as Ukrainians, to have to do a very professional job in trying to rescue those who can be rescued and retrieve the bodies of those who've been killed. So again, Russia launched a massive missile and drone attack last night. Started with an all-day massive swath of drones all across the country, all the way to the west, to all the way to Lutsk and Rivne. There were casualties over there yesterday. A little bit later, I'm going to go back home in just a bit because there's only so much even journalists can do. I'll take some photos and some videos of the situation here and produce a video and written report based on the numbers. I see my Julia, Julia. I know that you had a terrible night too. And let you know I'm thinking of you. And to our friends who come here to make sure that you know what's happening. Thank you for your support. We have got to stop this. And I understand in the situation of America, we're at midterms, count, and all that stuff. But don't hesitate to get on the phone to Congress. Don't hesitate to get on the phone to the Senate and say, you could see the rescue operations happening. You can see people being terrorized. And you want action taken. So the air defense is full. Okay? The type of air defense used for this is based in missiles. I actually, to be honest with you, let me be patient. I'm assuming this is probably from an interception debris. I will wait to find out exactly what happened, but it's hard to tell. And the reason why is the impact time. I'm estimating that this impact happened during the rocket salvos, but it's hard to tell. We'll see what happens when the data settles, and that's one of the things that also the guys who are working hard here will do. Is in fact we see there's a rescue dog here that's going to pass. Um, you'll see her here in a minute, and or basically they're looking for survivors, and this is the suck job. This is the hard part. This is the stuff that no one wants to have to do. I'll stay alive here a little bit with you guys. Got a lot of my colleagues out here. I want to thank my friend Ivor for quickly getting me the proper location so I didn't have to do what I sometimes do, which is hunt and hunt and hunt, trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. But we will figure it out. Bear with me as I take you on a bit of an excursion so we can get through here. As you see, we have elders here that would like to normally be just working their operation. Oh man, come on, man. So let me see if I can get a different position. I don't want to overwhelm the lady who's taking your time to walk. She's very patiently trying to get to her location. All the neighbors are out here doing their part. I got my good colleague here. Some journalists trying to see if they can ask some residents if they want to make a comment. Wybaczcie, można це? Можна? Дякую вам. Як вас звати?
Прошу, Євген.
А?
Євген.
Кристофер. Дуже приємний разом. Живеш тут?
Поруч.
Коротше, я також. Це ось поки там метро Чавдак. Я бачив це.
Сполучені Штати, так?
Так.
Я побиваю.
Я.
Що? Я.
І я живу тут 4 роки, це всі час війни.
5-й рік маємо таке.
Я.
Але в цьому домі знайомий.
Ага.
Я вже давно її не бачив, не знаю. Немає телефону. Тут живе десь на цією аркою.
Я.
Ти зателефонував, але немає телефону. Таке жахіт. Я тут поруч живу. У мене ж ліжко підстрільнуло. Ну, я десь метрів 600 є.
Так. І моя мама, це поруч. Це Драгоманова. Драгоманова. Це, коли я бачив це будинок, що? Де ви?
Побачив.
Дуже багато стресу.
Це все добре з мамою?
Так. Дуже багато стресу, але
Ну,
так.
я сказав, дуже багато.
Я.
І кінця не бачимо, розумію.
Так. Я журналіст, і це моя робота.
Багато загиблих, тому що вони розбирають, люди ж спали. Ну звідки, де вони були? Спали люди.
Так.
Ну, то що там? Там братня могили, я так думаю, не дай Боже. Ну, а що там може? Я не знаю, когось витягнули чи ні.
Так.
Витягнули?
О.
Живих чи мертвих? Витягнули когось?
Так. Слух. І разом.
Ясно.
Дякую вам. Я також. Так, я журналіст і письменник. Rescue guys. So, sorry, I had my headphones down around my neck. I couldn't really see what's happening, but rescue operations again for those joining is currently in progress. You see the large, supersized chunks of concrete that they're pulling in, sidewalls, massive sidewalls. And let me get my main camera so I can get some photos of this shit show, this fucking terrorism. I can't see your comments, unfortunately, because I have the camera turned so you can see the rescue operations when I'm behind the stand. So, uh, nothing. No card inside my. Mr. Stupid Sampson forgot to put a smart card back in his main camera because they're all on my desk. Am I lucky? In fact, I am lucky. I happen to have an extra one in my pockets. So imagine also we have neighbors here, right, that are standing here in shock. And actually, there are other locations in town that have also been affected. I'm just going to focus on where I'm at because it's so close, and also it's an actual rescue operation. So, stick with me. I'll stay on as long as possible. See if I can't get myself in a pretty good position to take some quality photos of our situation here without any of the. One of the things you always try to do is you got to make sure that you're not in the way of our rescue teams and our police. Yeah. Fine. Super. Будь ласка, питання. Ви знаєте, це ракета і дрон? Ракета? Yeah. Так, дякую. Yeah, so confirmation that it's a rocket, not drone. So, as I told you, it would be because of the timing. Also, when you come up on these attacks, you can see like you can't see from where you're at because I just got the regular cameras set up on here, but you know you can see all these personal belongings bowls and appliances, microwaves, pianos. Even I've seen so many fucking odd things in the 4 years. Uh, Undisturbed papers. Just somehow bad. I mean, it's very surreal scene when you have an attack like this and then see things that go light and delicate. Um, um, Hold on. See the cleaning, and there's another side of the building I may go over to. This canvas is so heavy. You got young people wanting to kind of see what's happening and they live close, and the police are not really interested in having to risk. And here's the debris coming down. It's a very cool morning as far as temperature, almost cold. I'm in t-shirt as always, Tippy Futbolka. That's my name, only t-shirt. And partially because I knew the longer I'm out here, I won't be feeling all that cold. These hardworking rescue operators are out here making sure that we get the best teams given, man. So anyway, give me a moment while I try to find us a slightly different location. And
О, як ви відлучаєте квіти, чи це було то або так, то там.
yeah, got the rescue teams going here. We got our support stations that come out to make sure that the people can get some food. They'll be taking reports that are police reports. You got World Central Kitchen on hand, providing coffee and water and some apples as you see. Police locations so that others, police locations so people do their reports. Red Cross and of course my other journalists can't. We're very tired press. Our other press. How are you, man? Fuck the Russians. What? Fuck the Russians. Пиздец Российской Федерации. Я живу поруч с Чевдар. So, я живу с... oh, wait, where are you from?
From Czech Republic.
Oh, Czechia.
Yeah.
I'm a Czech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vodrasko Kotova Hroške. My family's from Strakonice.
And do you speak Czech or not?
No, but I have to. It's my grandmother's language. Full-blooded Czech.
And
But I'll be there
you
soon.
are
That's
second generation, yeah, from the mom.
yeah. My
Grandfather.
my grandmother who raised me, 100% Bohemian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Her entire family from Strakonice.
And now living.
I've been here for 4 years during the entire war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the nation is USA.
Yeah, from Houston.
You're
Yeah.
from Houston.
But I love my Czech people. You guys make us proud. Next step, I go be in Czechia. When the war is over, I go visit my homeland. Right now, this is my job. Terrorism expert and journalist. So every day, more terrorism. Wow, the size of that concrete is fucking insane. Holy shit. That's
Genau. Ja, bravo. Io non mi fatto capire.
again real quick. Hi guys. Sorry. Just you will see me on camera a lot because I'm going to just focus on capturing a lot of footage. Very honored to actually run into a fellow Czech, as you heard, during our jobs. And again, a lot of teams out here doing a lot of support in the background as I tried to show you. This is the job. So you just, I'm gonna have you here with us, and we'll see what we can do to give you the proper information. Let's see if I can't. I don't know if you can quite see it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to kind of mess with this. My monopod instead of my other one. Uh, I hate to do this because my top camera doesn't like this. Yeah, the top camera wants to fall every fucking time. Hold on, I got a better idea for the top camera. Bear with me. Some technicals. Thank you for your patience while I muster around with the gear. That make my day a little easier. Okay. Sucker off. All right, so yeah, now it's just only tripod, and let's see if I can't maybe get that right there for right now. Yeah, let's give you a little. We'll have to get one of you wonderful supporters to help me get a little chest mount type thing for my Osmo. You see that the rescue cranes are out trying to see what they can find. Thank you for your support. This is what you're supporting is an actual journalist doing field reports, not just commentary. And yeah, there is no internet. We're on mobile only. So that's what we have right now. It's mobile only. Don't want to be on that. There we go. So if I can get that stand to be a little bit better. There we go. It's a little bit better. All right. You hear the dog? Come on, lads. There we go. I see a resident who's living here is on the phone in their own apartment. Oh man, fuck. Bob will see at the top who lives here. And they don't really like us journalists coming in. Even the residents will say, "Go ahead, come on, come on, come on, come on." But then when we do, they're like, "We'd rather you didn't. We'd rather you were in safe area." So there's a lot of times, even when the residents say, "Please come join us," or yes, of course, let me show you the apartment. The officials want to wait so that everyone's nice and safe. Totally understandable. And they don't like you arguing with them. I can tell you that from experience. I don't tend to argue with the officials. I tend to, if someone else says please come, I'll try again and again and again. But I don't argue with them. No point. And again, I'm going to occasionally move us around just a wee bit so that we can um, find our location here. See neighbors trying to pick up stuff off their balcony already. Entire area around. Okay, I can actually sort of see how the building's been affected a little bit. I got one guy at the top here who's smoking on the top floor. This is his balcony, and he's just, I'm sure he's quite in shock. You'll see a photo a little bit later when I have him finished. In rescue operations here, and this is Yulia Budlaska, moja sister. It's very important. How close was this to my apartment? This is actually at the very next metro. This is essentially walking distance from my place, and it's actually closer. It's like when you hear me say I'm gonna go see my mom, it's a little like in that direction. And the first thing that I see, one of the things that happened this morning when the videos and photo clips were coming out is, and this is sort of my wiring, is to look for all indicators of what location we've been at, especially like shop names and stuff that can give me an indication of where I'm going. And when I see types of buildings here, I kind of know the what I call the paint jobs or the construction styles in certain areas. So, this is one of the reasons in the first 2 years I walked all the time. I walked so that I could get a strategic lay of the land. That way, like, should the Russians try to, double down on an additional invasion, who knows what different parts that I had to understand that I could really know Kyiv on a foot level. And so a lot of this is actually all I've walked some of this area. It's kind of familiar. I haven't been by this particular building, but I've been right by here several times. And it is there's a style in the buildings and the way that they lean with each other or they correspond, and the way in which some of the first photos were coming out looks so close to the way my old building was that I'm just looking for those indicators. I'm like counting floors. Okay, I don't think that's enough floors. Okay, and then, luckily I have colleagues so that I can try to ask them, like, hey, do you have precise location? And when he told me which location, I actually knew exactly where it was. Um, there are no military targets around here at all. This is residential. This whole area is residential, which is what I was saying, is that you have areas where fighting and planning and training and development, all these things happen, but not here. And when they're firing all of these missiles into all these areas, it's raw terrorism. This is where civilians live. It's a cluster. You have to think of Kiev's construction or the layout, and the fact that once you're throwing missiles into heavily populated cities, I'm from Houston, which is 665 square miles, and Kyiv is about basically half that size, but by most standards, it's very, very large. And hold on, for instance, okay, very, very large, and it's very, very dense in these areas. These are just stacks and stacks and stacks of residential buildings. So this particular one, you can kind of see. I'll see if I can turn a little bit. You can see, you know, it's a long, corridor of apartments, and this whole section that you're seeing right here is essentially would extend another. I don't know how many units were affected as far as that direction, but it's going to be going at least probably two more units each direction, and then all of those collapsed once the however the rocket hit. And again, it could be debris, it could be an intercept, because once those things are going up, as you obviously understand gravity, the debris, when intercepted, still has to come down, and it's going to come down into populated terrain. So, yeah. But again, seeing our rescue guys, rescue dogs, and our neighbors are out here. So, also, you have a lot of areas off to the side here, these buildings that were affected. I can see the blast on the side of these buildings has knocked out not just the windows, but affected types of paneling and portions of what the building's construction material is. Um, Further over, where the shops are starting, there's like we're not too far from a lot of different small shops where people would be going to get anything from their food and their what we call apteka, which is a pharmacy. A lot of these places are all right, just clustered. If you were just to walk on the other side of some of these buildings, you're immediately in territory for all of that. So that's what we have here. We got our Sky News. We got Arabic Sky News here reporting, and a lot of other international reporters here. I want to thank those international journalists who are still coming here and doing their job. Like we just had our Czech colleagues, and then I see my Arab brothers over here covering the news, so they can go back at home and tell everybody what the fucking Russians do. Anyway, thank you for being here. It's 1209. Is the building an old Soviet build? Actually, it's hard to tell because some of these buildings were built in the 90s, but what is still what we refer to generically as Soviet brutalist. There are parts of town you can go to where it's not that. It's much more modern build. But yeah, good question. Soviet brutalist structure, as we call it sometimes. So we got neighbors here trying to sort out what the fuck happened, and yeah. Again, just on the other side of the, you can't really see it because of my phone camera, but essentially through this, hold on, right here, just beside that whole area is where the collapsed rubble is, and rescue workers are currently in operation. Merhaba. Hello.
How are you?
Good. Şu esmak.
Amir.
Amir. Ana ismi Christopher. Houston. But I've lived here the entire part of the war, so yeah. But shukran. Remember, language is very important. Why is language very important? For exactly moments like this. Look at you here in the shade and shadow. Actually, also terra firma as your setting there. And everyone, thank you. I see your I can't really see your comments easy because I'm behind this, but Becky and Dan and Rebecca and everyone's saying thank you. No, thank you. Thank you for being supporters, subscribers, and thank you for paying attention to Ukraine. I'm gonna wiggle around to one more location if I can. If I'm really lucky, it'll work. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm going to just try to crawl through the wretch. There, perfect. You able to see, guys? Portrait, dramatic effect of a police line there. It says my internet connection, something or another. Hold on. I don't think I'm online. I think see, is it trying to Wi-Fi? No. So see if we can't get that to just behave somehow. And rescue operation currently in progress. Teams doing their jobs. Hopefully, it's just so hard to tell. I've been to too many of these in the last year. This is Donald Trump's doing. Remember, 24 hours. Should say. Should say. How are you?
Yeah, and you?
Ukrainian? Ukrainska? Where are you
No,
from?
I'm French.
You're French. Ah,
And you?
bonjour. I'm American, but I live here. Who are you working with?
Freelance here.
Freelance, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been here for a while? Have you been here for a while?
A lot of time, so I can say yes, I did.
Yeah.
And you? You're based here?
Yeah.
Between very
Comment t'appelles-tu?
Myriam,
Miriam.
enchantée. Comment tu t'appelles?
Je m'appelle Christopher.
Christopher, enchantée.
So independent. I run my own Netflix media. I'm the chief. So I have my own little team. Huh? Україна. Я з Пекасо, але я живу тут. Це наш дім.
Нет, tourist. So the island Kyiv.
Як тебе не любити, Києва ми.
Моя дочка живет в Майами.
Oh, your daughter's in
В
Miami.
Майами
Yeah.
більше.
Зрозуміло. Я був це Форт Лодердейл перший тут. Я. Але я тут 4 роки.
Зачем?
М?
What is you? Вот что?
Це моя рота. Я посередині.
Жахту, страхту.
Так. Це Україна мій дім. Я вдома. Це Україна мій дім. Я живу це Овсикорки там. І моя мама поруч. Трохи мене. Так. Так, американець я. Так, і це я з Техасу, Х'юстон, але я тут 4 роки, це моя
Ага.
сім'я. Так? Разом.
Дякую, тримаємося.
Ну, разом.
Трамп, але бачите,
Я знаю про Трамп, він божевільний і я зрозуміло. Як вас звати?
Людмила.
Людмила.
Людмила, все буде добре. Вам
Так.
щиро дякую, що ви з нами.
Не.
Вам
Разом,
щиро
працюємо разом.
Ми не знаємо, що робити нам далі. Ми не знаємо, ми в тупіки.
Зрозуміло.
Территории отдать мы...
Зрозуміло.
Территории отдать мы 4 года
Мгм.
боремся.
Так,
А сколько лучших ребят наших уже погибло.
так.
А если не отдать, то будут еще больше гибнуть. И что делать? Какой выбор? Вот как вы думаете, ваша думка? Ну от і ви, якби були президентом, містер президент.
Він ніколи не сказав правду, і він любить Путіна. Це дуже важливо, дуже божевільний.
Не-не,
И
а нам Зеленскому, вот и здесь, что нам делать? Вот
Ой.
ну, и что?
Я не знаю.
Це ж люди гинуть, дивіться, за що, про що вони в Україні виросли,
Так.
ці люди.
Так.
На своїй землі рідній. Нічого нікому поганому не зробили. Але де це божевілля, де Господь Бог? Де Господь Бог? Скажіть мені, будь ласка. Чи він бачить, чи що це робиться? Чи хто ж того Путіна задушить, чи каміння впаде? Ну, коли він зупиниться вже? А ви квартиру тут знімаєте, чи у вас особисте житло є?
Так.
Знімаєте квартиру?
Так, тут. Все буде добре.
Добре, дякую. Дякую.
Будь ласка,
Щиро дякую.
і зразу. Чи можна? Так.
Пахне на мікрофон.
We got a lot of people who I can tell are residents here, and they're here because they're waiting. That's why they're here. So I wanted to see if I could get a sense of why we had a conflict here a few minutes ago, but I don't think I'm going to find out. Okay, sorry, I cannot see the screen. Sorry, the thing fell over. Police tape, etc. It is what it is. So make sure that you're doing your part later today. Call Congress, call the Senate, and tell them you're not playing games anymore. That you don't accept that this is this should be ignored. Some of the young people here, like a lot of young people, have a different energy as they try to watch the rescue operation. But I see a couple of them that have faces that are very, very sad. That tells me that they either live here or are right connected to those that we're waiting for. I can see also rescue teams are on also not just this building; they're on another building trying to watch. Like basically help conduct some of the logistical rescue. I can see some again very shocked faces, people who are trying to piece together what has now just occurred. They're going to be in shock for some time. I've been through this way too many times. I know this face, know this expressions. Można rozmawiać angielską mową. Angielską mową. You live here? You live here? Живеш тут?
No,
Huh?
my girlfriend speaks.
You haven't seen her? Brother, come here, bro. Let's hold hope, okay? Nadia. What's your name? Як вас звати?
Илья.
А?
Илья.
Ілля, Christopher. Мене звати Christopher, і я живу тут.
Nice to meet you.
Let's stick together, okay? Я живу поруч, це оскільки познаки метро. And where do you live? What part of where do you live around?
I live in the Czech.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We got you, bro. I have seen miracles. I've been to too many of these things. I've been here for 4 years, so I've seen miracles, okay? I can't speak. Sorry, I can't speak. I just hope this young man does not hear that his girlfriend's in this. We don't know. You comment. Sorry, guys. I don't have much of a comment right now. I'll just hope that we have. We should. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off for a bit. I will check back in with you. This is very important that I do a couple of communication things, so as part of me having to phone. So, as you see again, there's rescue operation in progress. I will check back with you as soon as possible. All right. Thanks for your support.